Hi everyone, this is the second follow-up video to what's in my bag. First video we covered obviously what's in my camera bag. I thought we'd just very quickly go over my lighting bag. I do tend to keep the two things separate. The bag I use is simply a luggage bag. It's not a specific camera bag or anything special, so a nice simple bag. Costs about £50. The benefit is for going on holiday I can also use this as my day bag. In the top compartment I tend to chuck all of my junk, various brackets, as you can see, hot shoe, cold shoe, adapters, masses of those. They're always very handy, you can never have enough of them, various types, various shapes and everything else. So a whole stack of those. Various brackets, custom made brackets, standard brackets, things I put together myself as I've been photographing, just really handy. So, you know, very, very specific uses, but I hang on to them. Battery packs, nothing in there at the moment, but I can store up to 16 batteries in there. Really handy, clips to a belt. So I've always carried lots of spare batteries. Batteries are something I carry tons and tons of spare batteries, both rechargeables and disposables. It's just really handy to have plenty of batteries. You can always bring them home at the end of the day, so there's nothing lost. Orbis ring flash, really handy thing. It's great for all sorts of things, doing portraits. You basically stick the flash head into there, reflects around a whole load of internal reflectors. I don't know if you can see in there. There's all sorts of mirrors and stuff in there, so a little bit of trick and magics. Lens goes through there, flash in there, light comes out there, so absolutely brilliant. You can also use it as off flash, as a little mini softbox, so it's got lots of uses, really handy. Really impressed with the manufacturing quality, the build quality is fantastic, it's very solid, and very easy to use. So it also comes with, if I can find it, which I can't, here we are. I bought it with the bracket. This means I can fasten it permanently to my camera without having to have everything floating around. So the flash mounts on there, sticks up there, camera on here. So really, you know, well made, solid aluminium bracket. They came as a set. Other bits and pieces, off camera cord, really handy, especially with the Orbis ring flash. The Orbis ring flash really wouldn't work without this. Also handy for doing little bits and pieces, trying to photograph table settings at weddings, details, you know, the bride and groom's ring. Just a really handy little cord to have. Little bag, box, whatever you want to call it, case. Full of all sorts of bits and pieces, screws, nuts, lighting stand spigots, quarter 20 screws, key rings, all kinds of stuff. So some Allen keys down there. So really all those sort of little handy bits, as I pick them up, I always chuck them in there, so I know I've always got them with me. And the last thing in here, I mean, there are other things I chuck in as I go along, but things I always take with me on a shoot. This little tripod. It's a fantastic little piece of kit, really handy. Very small, very lightweight, very easy to use, but really well made. I can pop a flash gun on top of that and stand it just about anywhere I want to. And it's great, you know, the legs extend a couple of inches. I can swivel it, tilt it, do what I like with it. So that's a really handy thing to have with me. Okay, going down a level, we can open that up, and you can see the main sort of collection of gear. A couple of honeycombs. They're really handy, held onto the front of the flash guns with Velcro, of course wide angle, and a very fine honeycomb for very short, tight angle of shot. Really handy, very cheap, straight off Amazon. I think they're about a tenner each, so fantastic and really, really handy if you want to control the light coming out of a flash gun. Again, great for doing things like wedding rings, table settings, the bride and groom flowers, buttonholes. Just handy to have with you. Moving on a little bit. Under here you'll see I have a couple of off-camera power packs, external power packs. These are really handy if I'm doing shoots at festivals or events. Some are only very, very fast recycle time. 8 batteries go in here to power the flash, and four batteries into the flash gun to power the computers. It means I get a really fast recycle time. On 100% pop, I'm looking at about a 2-second recycle. So really handy things to have. The downside of them is that more cables, more bits to carry, more weight. So you know, it's I have to weigh up whether or not they're a benefit or a disadvantage. But really good. The other advantage I find with them is that because it's drawing the main power for the flash from these, it's keeping the heat down in the actual flash guns. So I tend to not find overheating problems when I use these. Okay. I like to try and get my flash guns off the camera. Anybody who's used off-camera flash before will understand that you get much better lighting. You get very, very creative shadows. It's just the holy grail of photography, really, to get that camera off. Get the flash off the camera. And the way I've started doing that is using Pocket Wizards, the new Pocket Wizard Flex TT5 and TT1. And if we open up this little bag over here, you'll see I have quite a nice little collection of flexes. So at the moment I have 4 flex transceivers. So these all sit under the on the flash gun. Flash plugs into there, set up to into any of 2 groups, 3 channels, or 2 channels, 3 groups, whatever you want to call it. Really, really good 100 yards transmission range on these. They can also be used as a trigger to fire the shutter as well if you get the cables. Little aerial pops up at the front. That's a little bit flimsy. I'm always worried that's going to get snapped off. So not done it yet, but I'm sure it will happen at some point. And a little USB socket in the front there, so you can plug them in and program them and upgrade the firmware. As soon as I bought these, I did do the upgrade on the firmware, so they are the latest firmware and very, very reliable. The other half of this kit is the TT1, which if we just separate these out, that's a complete TT1 unit. Consists of the actual transmitter, which goes into the hot shoe on the camera, and a modulation unit which controls your exposure compensation for up to 3 groups of flash guns. You can have as many flashes in each group, but you've got group 1, 2 and 3, or A, B and C, and you can set each one to off, manual or auto, and then you can adjust the exposure compensation up or down by 3 stops by adjusting the individual ring. And then obviously this is just the transmitter which transmits to the receiver unit. Really well made, typical Pocket Wizard quality, very, very sturdy, so absolutely no worries about those at all. Okay, and on to the business end, the flash guns themselves. As you can see, I have at the moment 5 flash guns, an SB800, which I use occasionally nowadays, not as much as I used to. This was my first off-camera flash. Really good flash, very, very powerful, but it's more in reserve nowadays. And the other units I have are 4 SB900s. I do like to try and keep everything as the same as possible, because it just means I can pick anything up and use it, and I'm not having to sort of make mental notes and changes and so on. SB900, really, really powerful, beautiful menu system. The SB800, if we bring that back, you'll see the menus on the back of the SB800, the buttons and menu system was quite fiddly. The SB900 is absolutely fantastic, and I know the 910, the new model, is even better. I've never had any overheating problems with the 900s. I find them very, very powerful, very, very good for what I want to use them for, and I like them, so I'm very happy with those. Pop that back in there. Other bits and pieces, various little light modifiers. I have a whole stack of those stashed away. Also Strobist gels. These are really, really handy. There's some creative gels and there are some creative gels in here. If we open them up, have a quick look. Try and open up without spilling them all over the place. You'll see that they are little acetate gels, each one in a different colour, a little bit of information about what the colour is. As I say, some of them are corrective and some of them are creative. So I have a couple of sets of those. So they do tend to burn out fairly quickly, especially when you put them on the 900s and really get them going. They tend to shrivel up fairly quickly, so you throw them away after a shoot. So a couple of those. And then various cables and cable releases. So there's some PC sync cables there. There's a hot shoe PC sync cable. I guess there's 1,001 times when you wouldn't use them, but I've got them there when I want them. And I can also use that as a hot shoe, as a cold shoe adapter as well. So that's largely my lighting kit. I have various other bits and pieces, modifiers, soft boxes, umbrellas. I might show those later on as well in an accessories video, but they're the main light sources I use. So hope you found that informative and helpful. Subscribe, because I'm hoping there's going to be lots more videos coming along, and thank you for watching. Take care and good shooting.